Hey guys, NaruJack110 here, and we're finally back. Today's not going to be a Tuesday's Reviews, instead I'm going to catch up on the Will It Endgame, because I thoroughly enjoyed that. So let's get right into how Ivara endgames. Now the abilities that we're going to be focusing on with Ivara will be mainly her Sleep Arrow, her Cloak Arrow, her Prowl, and her Artemis Bow. We're not going to be touching on her Navigator. It's a weird ability that, while good and kind of fun, I don't find it particularly useful for bumping off the higher level enemies. Again, we're going to be using 20 level 100 Lancers as our test dummies, so let's get right into it. Ivara's Cloak Arrow provides a bubble of invisibility, which, I mean, come on, it's invisibility. You're hidden from the enemies, you can peg these arrows on enemies. It's a simplified version of her third ability, but oh my goodness, grenade. They're very useful for providing cover for your allies. Let's say you have an Atlas and he needs to sneak in somewhere, you can just stab him with one of these arrows and he'll be fine. Moving on to her sleep ability. Now for her sleep arrow, I'm summoning in one of pretty much the toughest unit of each faction. Now that I've slept all these guys, I can take my dagger with covert lethality and kill all of these level 100 units in one blow if you stealth kill them. The ability really does kind of count on you having covert lethality and a pretty decent dagger, but once you have that, you can one-shot anything in the game. So really, this is just good for killing anyone you don't like, no matter what their level is. But now we're going to be moving on to Ivara's Prowl. Simulated the 20 level 100 Lancers, and I've cast Prowl. Now what Prowl is really good for is staying pretty much invisible indefinitely. With efficiency mods, you can get its energy drain down to nearly nothing, and you can pickpocket energy orbs out of the enemies to help keep yourself in the cloak for longer. Now, onto Ivara's fourth ability. Now, I'm going to cast Prowl just simply so that I'm not shot constantly. But now we're going to stroll out into the battlefield and activate our Artemis Bow. Now the Artemis Bow kind of mimics the statistics of your primary weapon. If your primary weapon is like a heavy damage one-shot crit monster, then that's pretty much what your Artemis Bow is going to be. Now, it deals an insane amount of damage and is useful at crowd shredding or taking out single targets. He instantaneously died. Died. As you can see, the Artemis Bow is incredibly powerful and is taking down level 100 armored units really quite effortlessly. Even Ivara's passive complements play against higher level enemies, allowing you to see them on your minimap without needing to see them on your screen. It's a simple passive, yet opens up the doors to some really good strategic play. So now we've covered Ivara's abilities in a bit more of an in-depth way. We've discussed some of the ways in which they can be more optimized. And to answer the question of will Ivara endgame, the answer is most definitely yes. She is an incredibly good DPS frame. She has high survivability with her good energy pool and her various invisibility abilities. She's overall a very well-rounded frame. Anyways, this has been NaruJack110 from the Here We Play Games channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all next time.